I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest nigga alive. The illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God given. Only thing I got to do is just show up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet. Oh, my bad. My fault. I was reading a good book, people. How's everybody doing, man? Welcome to Ask the Prophet. As y'all come in, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like and share the video, say something in the chat, all that good stuff. What's up, Angelia? What's up, Rhonda? Yeah, man. Good afternoon to some, good morning to some. Normally I would still be sleeping around this time, but on Sundays we'll be doing a quick hour of Ask the Prophet. This episode is going to be entitled "Why Do Men Cheat?" because this is the number one question that I'm often asked by women, and y'all could put y'all questions in the chat in the comment section as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you're not a member, go ahead and get a membership because this is going to go straight to the members only. So if you haven't got a membership, just look in the description and there is like either a join button or a link for you to click on so you can join the channel, man. All right, people. Like I said, put y'all questions in the chat and in the comment section as well, man. Now, this came about because one day I was just out and about, and this happens to me often where somebody I don't know will just randomly ask me because they want a man's perspective. And they'll just ask, why do men cheat? So we're going to break this down from the beginning to the end because you need understanding into the reasons why people do the things that they do, and why people are the way that they are in order to move properly or just to gauge understanding and reasoning, man. So the first thing that people normally say, and I consider this an excuse, but y'all can let me know in the chat in the comment section. What do y'all think about this? It's in a man's nature to cheat. Do y'all believe that cheating is just naturally in a man's nature? I think this is an excuse, and is lazy to me. I hear people say it often, or use it as a cop out. I don't think that cheating is in a man's nature. I don't think that we are born or bred, or it's in our DNA. However you want to clarify it or justify it, I don't think that cheating is in a man's nature, and I don't think that every man is even qualified to be a cheater. You have to have, or I would say you should, because a lot of times, if you have like a guilty conscience or you're not emotionally stable, if any of these things verify within you, you shouldn't be cheating in the first place because you can't handle it. So cheating is a thing where I think that if you can't handle it, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. So I don't think cheating is in a man's nature. That's just an easy cop out or an excuse. Angelia is saying, I disagree. Men cheat. Is that supposed to say men cheat because they want to cheat? Yeah, I would agree that men cheat. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's not born, bred, or in your DNA for you to cheat. It's a choice. All right. Moving along. The second one is people often say a man is as faithful as his options. And this is a goodie because there's two folds to this. Let's say you're a professional athlete or entertainer, whatever it may be, somebody who has a certain amount of means. So if you have a certain amount of financial stability or access, you might find yourself with more options than the regular person. So even the person that's with you will put up with more. They kind of understand that's a part of the business, even though it shouldn't be. I want to preface this whole episode by saying that cheating is not a good thing, and or are we justifying it? I'm just trying to explain the reasons of why men cheat. So a lot of times, even like a regular Joe Schmo, if a lot of women aren't checking for him, then no, he doesn't have these same options to cheat. So he's not going to be a cheater because he just doesn't have the options to cheat. And this is where the discernment comes in, as not only just as a man, but as a person in general. Just because you have the options or the lack of options, you still have to have a certain level of discipline or discernment. So when it comes to is a man as faithful as his options, these are all things that are just said and just, because a man who has plentiful options could also choose not to divulge or entertain or partake in said options. So I don't think a man is as faithful as his options. A man is as faithful as what he chooses to do, basically. So I don't think a man is as faithful as y'all. Let me know in the chat, in the comment section. Do y'all got any questions? Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? I don't think that a man is as faithful as his options, because some people turn down all those options and some people don't. It's a choice. And some people wish they had those options, or some people just don't even have those options. So it's not even an option to not be faithful. All right. Where are we, people? This is another doozy, man. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Here we go, people. It's early, but here we go. Ain't no pussy like new pussy. This is a age-old line throughout the history of time. And I think it may be outdated at this point, man. I'm here to debunk a lot of shit today. I'm sorry. I gotta give out the information and tell the people what's going on. I don't believe in the sentiment, ain't no pussy like new pussy. Unless we're speaking of just the thrill or that rush of adrenaline, what they would call like excitement. So something new, you might, in your emotions or in your brain, talk yourself into ain't no pussy like new pussy because of the thrill, because of the rush, because of the adrenaline of it. But in all actuality, whatever girl that you choose, may that be a situation, whether that be a girlfriend, whether that be a baby mom, whether that be a wife, normally you chose that person because you like what they have. So if you venture out, you might not get, it's not always a guarantee that you're going to get something better. You're just going to get something different. So I'm not going to say that ain't no pussy like new pussy, because more times than not, the pussy that you chose is the pussy that you like and the pussy that you want and the pussy that you need. So I'm not going to say ain't no pussy like no pussy, man. I think that may be outdated, man. Y'all let me know in the chat, in the comment section. What do y'all think? Do y'all agree to the sentiment or the theory, or do y'all think that men think like ain't no pussy like new pussy, man? What do y'all think? What's up, people? All right, where are we, man? What's the word, people? Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like and share the video, all that good stuff. Say something in the chat. If y'all got any questions, make sure y'all put those in the chat in the comment section. Like I said, if you haven't got your membership already, click on the link in the description and get you a membership, man. All right. Now here's the biggest portion of it all, man. Why do men cheat? And this is where most people will fall, because his needs aren't being met physically or emotionally. And what that means is you're going to need some church after this. Yeah, man, this is Sunday service, man. I'm sorry. We gotta get into some real things, man. All right. So what that means is his needs aren't being met physically or emotionally. Means that a lot of times when you get comfortable in relationships, excuse me, or you just got other things going on, you know, sometimes you forget to take care of your mate. So when's the last time, you know, just attention wise, you told him he looked nice, you told him he smelled good, you just gave him some attention, man. So emotionally, men or a person just in general can get caught up in the lack of intimacy, the lack of attention. All of these things is a real thing. And some people will say, well, you're not loyal if you could easily be swayed. And that's twofold. You know, that's twofold. Because how long are you supposed to go without the lack of intimacy or physical connection? This is a lot of women don't understand that men connect love to connection. So if we're not connecting, then it's easier to sway or swift. That's not to excuse it, but I'm just giving y'all the reasons why, man. Even physically. So when it says, you know, his needs aren't being met physically, how often are y'all having sex? How often are you touching them? How often are you being close? Life be lifing, and sometimes, you know, a week may go by, 2 weeks may go by, a month may go by, and even if it's physically, even when it's emotionally, even when it's just communication wise, people always easily say, well, just communicate with your partner, just tell your partner how you're feeling. And how is that being given back to you? Is it being met with argument? Is it being met with deflection? Is it being met with blaming you? Are you in a safe space to communicate that your needs aren't being met? And even if you do communicate that these things aren't being met? Is there being some change behavior? Sometimes you have these conversations and people still operate in the same manners. So, yeah, you need to be meeting your partner's needs, whether that's physically, whether that's emotional, whether that's attention, whether that's lack of intimacy, whether that's communication. There's a lot of layers to it that sometimes people just go along to get along, and we taking care of the kids, we taking care of these bills, we taking care of life, we taking care of family, but you're forgetting to take care of your partner and vice versa. So you got to make sure that you in it and not just present. Like you could physically be somewhere, but you're not present as a person to that person. Anybody got any questions or comments before we move on, man? Let's see what's happening, people. What is this about, Angelia? So do you think it could be learned behavior from other men around them? Do I think cheating can be learned behavior from other men around them? Yeah, as an observation, it could be learned from other men around them. But like I said, I don't think you should do it just simply based off of that. So you could see, like I could see my dad being with a lot of women. That doesn't necessarily mean that my experience or what I want is because of seeing that. But it both could be true. Both could be true. Yes, it could be a learned behavior, but it's still ultimately a choice, is what I'm saying. So you learn or you take what you want to take from people and things. So can it be a learned behavior from other men? Yes. And you could also say, no, I don't want to do that because I see y'all on some bullshit. So I'm cool. So yeah, it could be a learned behavior, but it's still ultimately a choice, is what I'm saying, man. Okay, let's see where we are, people. Make sure y'all put y'all questions in the chat and in the comment section. Okay, let's go here. Is he a sex addict? Now I speak about AA all the time, and that means attitude and appetite. Attitude and appetite means the attitude to be physical anywhere and everywhere and not care, and the appetite to want it more often than not. So that's what AA is. So a lot of people have different vices. Some people smoke, some people drink, some people are foodies, some people like to go out, some people like to be around family, some people like to talk, some people like sex. And this is very important when it comes to finding a person who matches your sex drive. So, is he a sex addict? There's a list of things that you got to qualify in that makes you a sex addict. It's just like any other thing, like if you're an alcoholic or a smoker or whatever it may be, you have to qualify a certain list. And that would mean that you would like quit your job to go have sex, leave your family. It's a lot of things that will go into that to make a person a sex addict. Now, being a sex addict and having a high sex drive is two different things. Now, if your person just has a problem and like his whole life is based on sex, and you can't match that, then you have to know that that's not a match for you. And that's a lot of times where the problems come along and why people cheat in relationships, because we're just not a match um, in the sex drive area. We're not a match. We're not compatible. There's no compromise and there's no meeting each other halfway. It's just not a fit. So you got to kind of understand where you at with that. And that could be a deal breaker for some. And for some, they might settle in that. It's all on you and how you move and operate. So yeah, it's a lot that goes into just being compatible and aligned. So do you think you would be able to deal with a person who is a sex addict, or a person who has a high sex drive, or a person who has the AA, like I like to speak on? Where do you fall in that category? It's all alignment, like I said, people. Anybody got any questions or comments on if the person is a sex addict, or is that their vice, or if they just have a high sex drive, man? You got to understand your person. All right. This is another myth that I would like to debunk. Are y'all ready, people? Here it is, man. He doesn't love you if he cheats on you. Y'all let me know in the chat, in the comment section, if y'all agree to this or not. Because I think this is total bullshit. It's no way in the world. Let me take that back. Is it possible that he doesn't love you if he cheats on you? Yes, that's possible. Is it also possible that he does love you and he cheats on you? Yes, both are possible. I believe that both are possible. Like I said, for men, yeah, Julia, I don't agree with that either. For men, and even some women, or I'll just say some people in general, sex could just be a physical act. That doesn't mean that your person doesn't love you. And a lot of people will always say, well, if your person's not meeting your needs, or if your person doesn't do X, Y, and Z, then just leave them. I hear it all the time, every day. All these women, just leave me. If a person loves you and is tied to you and attached to you and wants to be with you, they don't want to leave you. They love you. They just might want to go get some head. You don't give head. They just might want to do some freaky shit that you don't do. You just might have been tired and they just needed to get a release. I'm not excusing it or justifying it. I'm saying that at some point, are we going to come to real life and stop living in the land of Delulu? Because what you think, is a choice for you. Y'all go on these journeys. Y'all have health issues, whatever it may be. And whether it's a choice, whether it's a medical issue, or whatever it is, whereas though you can't fulfill what your partner needs or wants, that doesn't mean that they have to sacrifice or make the same choices that you do. That's like if you're in a relationship and you go vegan and your partner decides they don't want to go vegan. Does that mean they don't love you? No, they don't mean they don't love you. It's all in the same base. It's all in the same base. And you might look at it as like it's different because it's sex and you're sharing your body with somebody else and X, Y, and Z. But what's important to you is different than what's important to them. You can't devalue it or you can't put it in a certain space because it doesn't matter that much to you. It means something different to them. And that's where understanding and communication comes in. So you need to have certain conversations and you want to talk about being real and being a grown up and being mature and all of these things. But are you ready to have a real conversation about, I just might need to go bust a move real quick because you ain't with it. Are you gonna be like, well, just leave me? or like what are we doing? Like, can we have a real conversation about it? Like, is this like a real thing? So, I don't believe that a person doesn't love you, or I don't believe that he doesn't love you if he cheats on you. A lot of times, if the man loves you, that's why he's not leaving you, because he loves you. He wants to be with you. He just may have a need or a want that you're not fulfilling at the time. And I'm not saying that that's right or that's wrong. I'm saying that has to be some understanding. There has to be some middle ground, some compromise, something. Anybody got any questions, man? I seen Angelia saying she doesn't agree with that. And is there a conversation when a person cheats on the reasoning why? Like, do people just jump out the window and be like, no, you cheated, fuck it, it's over. I don't even care what the reason is. I don't care to fix it. I don't care to address it. Let's just be done with it. Or I think you may not really love that person if you don't do that. So before we even get to the cheating part and after the cheating part, how about having conversations, man? All right, let's see where we at, people. I think I went through all the number one reasons on why a man cheats. So, like I was saying, it could be ego-based. A lot of times, men just do it to boost their ego, like a conquest. A lot of times, they're trying to be something that they're not. A lot of times, they're influenced by outside things, like Angelia spoke to, learned behaviors. It could be various reasons. That's why when women always ask me, why do men cheat? I always say it varies. There's no one specific thing. Some niggas is cheaters. That's just who they are. This is like, it's not, I'm not going to say that's their nature, but there's their personality. That's a characteristic of who they are as a person. That's like that's something that they want to do. You have to know and understand your man. I don't understand why women don't choose to study and understand their man. And this could go vice versa. You got to study and understand your person to see who they are as a person. And we'll speak about this more on Tuesday on the Prophecies live at 8 p.m. But you got to understand how your person operates as a person. But back to why do men cheat? There's various reasons. It could be based in their intentions, what they want out of the person, what they're not getting from you, or what they want from you. You could be the person that they're cheating with, or you could be the person that's the third party, because like we spoke to before, some niggas need somewhere to stay. So no, that person doesn't love you if he cheats on you. He's using you. So I would speak to finding out the intentions and the reasoning why a person is doing X, Y, and Z instead of just clipping it off to an idea or a theory or a narrative or whatever you create in your brain. There's various reasons to why men cheat. I'm not saying that they're all justified or any of them are justified. It's all choices, just like you make choices for yourself. I've seen somebody saying, because they're greedy. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes some person wants to have their cake and eat it too. Sometimes that happens. It happens. Anybody else got any questions or any comments before we wrap this up? I got one more thing to say, man. Now, if you Google why men cheat, they'll give you a summary, and it goes a little something like this, man. All right, people. In essence, men cheat when their core needs aren't being met. We spoke about that. As far as physically, emotionally, intimacy, things of that nature, men will cheat when their core needs are being met. The second part of this is they lack the skills to address problems. A lot of times people and men and women, I guess, in general, they do lack the communication skills to address a problem. It's hard to go to your person and be like, yo, you know your head is trash. Or you know that, your box is, your sex game is trash. Some people don't know how to have those conversations to address the problem. So communication needs to be worked on both sides, especially if you're the one who has a problem with something. You need to be able to communicate that and excuse me, address the problem, man. All right. The third part of that is, or they are driven by personal issues. Yeah. Men could be driven by personal issues as far as a stress reliever. Sex could be a stress reliever for some men. They could lack certain self-esteem, certain maturity, certain commitment issues. There's a lot of things that could be in their personal chest, I would say, as to why as though they cheat. So that goes into understanding and learning your man, and also that person understanding and learning themselves. The fourth part of this is often leading to a search for fulfillment outside of the primary relationship. What would y'all say to that, man? Often leading to a search of fulfillment. Okay, so they might be searching for something bigger or better. They could be searching for something bigger or better, or something that is more fulfilling for them. So that's why they cheat. But these is all conversations that you should be having with your guy or just people in general to see why they would cheat, man. I always tell people in the beginning of when you meet somebody, when you start intertangling and things of that nature, ask them, what would be their reasons into doing or going outside of you. I think that's a great conversation, man. All right, people. It's been real, man. This is the first edition of Sunday service. This is the Prophet's perspective. This is Ask the Prophet. So if y'all have any questions, make sure y'all put those in the chat in the comment section. Like I said, we are live every Tuesday. Shout out to the whole panel. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. we are live, the Prophecy Show, and we tackle topics like this. This is going to be strictly for the members on the Sunday service. So if you haven't gotten your membership, please go and get your membership now. The link should be in the description of this video. And if you just click on subscribing on the channel, man. Any last questions before we get up out of here, people? That's a fact, Rhonda. That is a super fact. If he meets somebody outside of the relationship that gives him more attention and listens to him. This is super important, ladies, to give your man attention and listen to him. Listen to him, give him attention, and support him before somebody else does it. Some people don't need these things, but to a lot of men, this is very important to get that from your person. You want that attention. You need that attention. You want to be listened to. You want to be heard. And when your person doesn't do that, then it could cause you to stray outside of your relationship, man. It's easy to, get comfortable and forget these things. And some people will say, well, you should love me enough. You should be loyal. You should be more committed. You should see the bigger picture. And all of those things are great and true. But still, if you're not here to give your person attention and intimacy and listen to them and support them and love them and all of the things, then why are you here? You could be by yourself if you don't want to do none of those things. It's that simple. Don't make simple things hard, people. Don't make simple things hard. All right. Anybody else got any last questions or comments before we get up out of here, man? What's the word, people? Like I said, man, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like and share the video. It's early. I normally be asleep at this time, so excuse me. But we gonna get this together, and I'll see y'all next Sunday on Ask the Prophet, man. Make sure y'all remember it's Sunday service right before the football games, right after some of y'all got out of church. Some of y'all need church, or some of y'all need the prophet, man. Let's see. I'm good. It's just the weather. I'm good. It's just the weather. All right, man. We're going to get up out of here. See y'all on Tuesdays for the prophecies, man. Everybody have a good one. Deuces.